Welcome, my people. We are back at it again. Welcome to another episode of MJR podcast, another session of greatness, another session of wonderful vibe, another session of spicy infotainment content. Welcome, my people. Welcome back to this edition of our podcast. On today's edition of our podcast, we're going to be talking about something really informative and educative. So, the topic is it advisable to have a side hustle while you study? Is it advisable to have a side hustle while you study? You see, the entire essence of we coming to school is actually, to get a degree and at the end of the day get an employment at the end, which will put food on the table. In other words, in which will add value to our existence in terms of money. You know the drill, you understand what I mean by that. So that's the essence. And since it is the essence of we coming to school, it has been something of developmental purpose in which various students in school try to make a means for themselves by which they can get money while they study in school. Students have been doing it. In fact, it's something that it's a tradition already for students in the 21st century to actually take it upon themselves, instead of fully depending on daddy and mommy. They decide to take it upon themselves to get themselves a side hustle, something they can just do by the way as they study, that will add money to their account, just to get what it's going deep into the topic of our podcast for today. The question whether it is advisable to have a side hustle while you study. You see, my objective position on this topic is that I think it is advisable. Why I think it's advisable is the world is becoming a Nile with many directions. What I mean by that is the essence of we actually going to school is to get an employment, and the essence of the employment is at the end of the day to put money in our account. And the essence of a side hustle is also to put money in our account, provided that a person who has a side hustle while he's in school is able to strike a balance between his side hustle and his academic. I say go ahead with you having a side hustle, provided that you are able to strike a balance. That's my objective position. If you are able to strike a balance between your side hustle and your academic, your GP will not suffer. Just because you want to have a side hustle, you can give it a go ahead. I see no reason why you can't do that. And one of those reasons I also advise students to also have a side hustle is to give them a network position. What I mean by a network position is many people go to school now. When they go out of school and they enter the university of life, they are caught up in this no work, no job, nothing, and this bring to life this idea of school and scam. That how will I go to school for how many years, and at the end of the day I won't get a job, and even if I get a job, it's not a job that pay as expected. So it puts people's mind into this idea of school and scam. But the essence of a side hustle is to give you a space. Like for instance, if you are a kind of person that is into tailoring. And note, when I mean side hustle, I don't simply mean that it must be a handwork or a kind of some, real life trade. Side hustle can also mean digital employment. It can simply mean you having an online brand, you having, anything related with internet and like it covers everything. That's a side hustle. Something you do to put money in your account that is legal. While you study, it's a side hustle, because once you keep on, going and doing this, side hustle of yours, you don't know where you can land, because what people fail to understand is if school does not work out, you should always have something to fall back on. You should always have something you can do as a replacement if what you actually study in school did not work out. Sorry to say, if you go to school to study Islamic religion and you don't plan to teach, tell me, what's your way out? You will now become a lost person, a lost soul in a lost world. So the best thing is find yourself a side hustle. Something you can do that is worth the while. That if school does not work out, you can go into it. And the reason why people tend to have side hustle is one, basically maybe because of this school and scam opinion. Another reason is some of them want to be independent. And again, not everybody has the capacity to pay their school fees. So most of those persons you find doing side hustle are those persons that probably they are not from a wealthy home, but they're trying to make a name for themselves, trying to do what has not been done, so that at the end of the day, even if the school, pursuit did not materialize, they'll be able to have something, to fall back on. And one strong thing about side hustle is that it gives you an edge in terms of networking. Let me give an instance. While you were in school, you had a makeup career. You started building a name for yourself within the school. 2 years after you graduated, you got a phone call from a colleague that I want to do my wedding and I would like you to be my makeup artist. Tell me, has that side hustle connection customer relationship you've had in school not paid for you now? So it's just like that, because side hustle in school give you an edge, because once you step out from whatever university you step into the university of life, and in the university of life you never can tell who can actually scar you and find you worthy of an employment, find you worthy of a contract, find you worthy of something that can add credit a lot to your life. So busting back to the aforesaid question again, whether or not it is advisable to have a side hustle. My position is that it is advisable to have a side hustle if you are able to strike a reasonable balance between your academic and your side hustle. And again, side hustle does not simply mean handwork like tailoring, carpentry, or the like. It can also include digital employment, digital self-employment, whereby you employ yourself, or you are into this online marketing, online stuffs that can actually bring money in as much as it is but legal. That's it. And side hustle has really helped students. In fact, I would say it's a traditional behavior for students in the 21st century to actually have a side hustle, and it is really paying well, because aside from putting money in the account, it builds business relationship, and aside from that, those especially that can't even afford their school fees, it has been a means by which their school fees and the various school related fees are being paid. So side hustle has really helped. And everybody out there, if you can hear me right now, I want you all to look for something you can do, something you can use to add value to your existence while you are in school. And please don't do it at the expense of your academic. The motive behind this, episode is to actually help, to expose people to how they can use their ideas, to actually, pay for themselves, and not at the expense of their academic. Not at the expense of their academic. If you know that you are a kind of person that the kind of side hustle you're engaging is the one that will put your academic in jeopardy, I won't advise you, to even navigate towards that arena. But if you're a person that is able to do so, that your academic will not suffer and you're able to successfully manage both, congratulations. The side hustle is what you can do. Thank you very much, people. Thank you for finding us worthy of your years. Thank you for finding MJR Plus podcast worthy of your years. Again, thank you for joining us, for listening to another session of greatness, another session of wonderful vibe, another session of spicy infotainment content. I remain your host, Machala JNR is the name. Thank you, bless up, peace out.